Interesting historical photos you never seen. Passengers on a first-class train, 1929. University of Illinois 1910, hanging out in a college dorm room. Two men head toward Los Angeles, California looking for work. Buying a new color TV in the 60s. This picture is from a G.C. Murphy store in 1968, where a finely outfitted family is about to drop some serious disposable income on a new RCA color TV. Mrs. Blaine Sargent pours bath water for her husband. This company has no bath house. There is no running water in any of the houses. P.V.&K Coal Company, Clover Gap Mine, La Junior, Harlan County, Kentucky. Jerry Mathers, Beaver from Leave It to Beaver, with his real family. 1960. Miss Unsafe breaks 1939 Chicago Auto Show. For teenagers with their car in the 1950s. 1903 Crayon Box. Polio and arthritis patients in hospital beds on the roof of a hospital, USA, circa early 1900s. Dorothea Lange, a mother in California who with her husband and her two children will be returned to Oklahoma by the Relief Administration. This family had lost a 2-year-old baby during the winter as a result of exposure. Imperial County, California, 1937. Cemetery, Queens, New York, 1969. A steel worker's family in their kitchen in Pittsburgh, circa 1946. Michael's Pharmacy, New York City 1959. What Chicago looked like 129 years ago. September 20, 1958, Massachusetts, Massachusetts State Trooper Richard Clemens, and 8-year-old Eddie Locke. Georgia and Thompson, the first female parachutist and inventor of the ripcord, became famous under the name Tiny Broadwick, weighing on 80 pounds. Tiny shown seated in a sling which is hanging from the side of Glenn Martin's plane as she prepares to jump. Her jump was a success and she landed in Griffith Park, Los Angeles, ca. 1913. Young Cotton Mill Girls, Mississippi, 1913. Little Jamie Lee Curtis visiting her dad Tony Curtis on the set of Some Like It Hot, 1959. Transportation service by stagecoach in Chicago in the 1830s. Mickey the Shoeshine Boy, New York, circa 1947. 1934, a group of women wearing beach pajamas. 1964, New York, a uniquely American form of entertainment, the pulp novel, was gaining popularity. These fast-paced, shocking tales often featured hard-boiled detectives and mysterious women. Baby car seats from the mid-20th century moms wouldn't buy today. Making Lunch, Tazewell County, Virginia, 1946. 1925, Washington, D.C., Barney, Jean and Tom, last of the Fire Horses, on their last run. This run was staged to mark the horses' retirement and recognized the importance of the Fire Horses in years gone by. August 31, 1951, New York City Times Square, Bond clothing signs between 44th and 45th Streets. 1945, Honolulu, Hawaii, sailor at a taxi dance hall where girls will share a dance for 10 cents. Times Square on a rainy day. New York, March 1943. A family having a relaxing picnic lunch. Circa 1960s. Keeping the American troops entertained during the Vietnam War, late 1960s. A Pepsi street vendor in Manhattan, New York City in 1912. Marilyn Monroe reading scripts at Griffith Park in Los Angeles, California, 1950. Children enjoying the water in the streets in New York City, 1954. Plum Beach near Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn, New York, May 1973. 1938, Hudson, Colorado, a girl of 6 who has full charge of her brother. Brandon DeWild, unidentified woman, Pamela Desbars, then Pamela Miller, and Graham Parsons at the Whiskey A Go-Go, Los Angeles, California 1969. Goat carriages in Central Park, New York, USA, in 1904. Fresh off the bus, waiting at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Dorothea Lange, Washington, Yakima Valley, near Wapato. One of Chris Adolph's younger children. Farm Security Administration rehabilitation clients. August 1939.